Updates on PJ Haggerty's transfer recruitment came over the weekend, and this was from Tipton Edits, the best in the game, and on three. Everybody except for one school has presumably either backed out or not actually been recruiting PJ Haggerty. It was last week that we told you NC State, Ole Miss, Texas, and then Memphis were all involved in potentially getting PJ Haggerty for next season. Per Joe Tipton and sources that he has talked to, Ole Miss is no longer expected to be recruiting PJ Haggerty. Texas reportedly never was involved for PJ Haggerty. And that leaves either NC State, who is the perceived frontrunner, or a potential return to Memphis on the table as the two likely paths. Portal recruitments are fluid. We know this. Things can change. If it is NC State or Memphis, a school could swoop in that we don't even know about and steal the services of PJ Haggerty at this point. But what is your reaction to this latest development? Nobody seemingly seriously wanting PJ Haggerty except for Will Wade and NC State.
It's not good news for me, Greg. Because I don't care that other teams don't want PJ Haggerty. I think PJ Haggerty is good. I don't get why an SEC school why isn't Ole Miss just trying to get involved? Surely there's money to go around. There's still this mental block in my mind that's like, oh, that'd be if NC State gets a player, he's not very good based on the history of NC State minus the Final Four run for like the past 3 decades. But with Will Wade in town, that narrative is flipped. Like Wade is a proven coach. He's already he's filling out the roster down the stretch really nicely. They just added Paul Mbaya. They got Terrence Arsenault. There's one other guy I'm forgetting about who's pretty good too. Who's that guy who wants to play point guard?
Oh, the logo general?
Yeah, the
Trey
headband.
Holloman?
Ed Holloman, that's right. Yeah, they got there's a world where he puts together a really nice roster for his first year, and I think Haggerty Haggerty gives them what every team needs, which is a bucket getter who can make stuff happen when the shot clock's winding down. He gets to the free throw line a ton. He's good at finishing through contact. I know the shot is ugly, but he does so much other stuff on the court that's good and yields itself to scoring. It might not always be the most fun to watch if you don't like watching undersized guards shoot 15 free throws a game, but it's going to help you win and it's going to help you it's going to make a difference in crunch time to where I just don't get why other schools aren't on this kid harder.
I completely agree. We just did a Des Claude update, which is very similar. I would put both these guys in the same boat of star guards that their camp or the people advising them thought they could get unlimited money by demanding a higher price tag. And in the end, everyone they thought would want them is backing off and doesn't want them. The difference for me is that Des Claude is Des Claude and has been the leading scorer on a bunch of horrible teams. And PJ Haggerty was the best shooting guard in America last year on a team that won a lot of games and had some substance to it. I just view him as a very different caliber player than any of these other guys who are sort of demanding high money. I think Haggerty is a top five player in the sport. And maybe there is some hoopla with him. I don't know what that is. I mean, I didn't follow Memphis closely enough to know. Anytime I watched PJ Haggerty, he was an unstoppable bucket getting force. And I don't see that changing wherever he plays basketball next year. I think he's going to be the best shooting guard in the sport of college basketball. So for me, when I look at the situations like what's happening to Dez or even Dame Sarr, these recruits, other players you want to throw in the same bucket, I can understand it. I don't think that the chaos and their demands are worth the caliber of what you would get in return. With PJ Haggerty, I simply don't understand it. And I understand a lot of teams have paid most of their budget, if not all of their budget by now. To me, PJ Haggerty is a talent that is just something that should transcend that. If there's a school that can pay $3 to $4 million for PJ Haggerty, they should. They should make moves. They should move some resources around. Quite frankly, if you could recruit over a guy you already landed to get PJ Haggerty for $4 million, I would think there should be some suitors that want to do that. This video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We have a special offer for you. Promo code SLEEPERS. If you're a first-time depositor, they will give you a bonus up to $1,000 that matches 50% of your first deposit, plus a free pick. And tonight's free pick is focused on none other than Steph Curry. Card, I got a question for you. How many points does Steph Curry average?
Ooh, I'm gonna go ahead and say 29.
I don't have it in front of me, but that sounds about right. Certainly more than zero, I assume.
Of course.
Well, tonight's free pick, Steph Curry to score 1 point, higher than zero point 0.5 points. It's as much of a guarantee as you can possibly get. Underdog Fantasy, deposit as a first time user, put in promo code SLEEPERS. Make sure you get that deposit match bonus up to $1,000 and the Steph Curry free pick. Back to the video. And it's baffling to me. If this really comes down to it, to the finish line, and Will Wade is the only committable place that PJ Haggerty can go, that would make no sense to me based on the prices that, quite frankly, some other guys went for. Yaxel Lindebor got $4 million a month ago, and he's not even guaranteed to come to Michigan.
I
So
mean,
I don't get
Stojakovic
it.
just got paid, and like I think Haggerty's better than Stojakovic. Some of the schools who were involved with Andre Stojakovic, why aren't you hitting up PJ Haggerty?
Some of the schools or one school in particular?
We don't have to get into that, Greg, but why?
I mean, isn't the answer just the price is too high? That's it.
I guess so, but I don't think NC State has 4 million to blow if that's what he's asking.
I was going to say, what do we think NC State's offer will be right now?
Maybe 2 million?
Oh, it's got to be higher than that. Got to be.
I, I mean, maybe there's a very real chance that Wade just got on the phone with a couple of donors and ponied up some money. I think there's that engineer money in Raleigh, North Carolina is something serious. So
I mean, we were told originally he wanted 4 million and the starting point guard spot. So I don't know. Maybe the demand has changed. Knowing NC, if I'm NC State, shit. If it's 4 million in the point guard spot, and that's like you need that, but I'm looking around and everybody else backed off, I'd be like, okay, here's 2 mil.
yeah, right.
Let's see. Is anybody going to beat that? But I don't know. There's probably some negotiating going on behind the scenes. Um, this also this reeks of a recruitment where there's going to be more twists and turns to me. Like
I kind of feel that way too. Yeah,
I would bet on someone that's not NC State and not Memphis to emerge and steal him at the last second here.
that does seem like how it's shaping up to be. Do we want to make our best guesses at who?
I have one.
Let me hear it.
I think it's Kansas. Haven't even heard them rumored at all, but we know through the last 4 years, Bill Self has a type. He'll throw crazy money at the quote unquote toxic locker room questions guy. And I think he's done a great job of learning his lesson with that thus far. But now he's sniffing around Des Claude. He's just throwing himself on the list with Dame Sar. Clearly, they think there's a star still here to get, and Haggerty's better than those guys.
Oh man, so let's see. So Self is how do you want to put this into social terms? Is he like hanging out at the bar a little bit too late after his boys who like, kind of help him keep his head on straight start heading home?
Yeah,
Like
no, he's.
I'm just one more drink. One more drink is and he sees PJ from across the room and he's
I'm going
approaching.
to put this in San Antonio Final Four terms, not to give you FOMO here, but that just I saw this happen. Bill Self is Carter Elliott. PJ Haggerty is Touch Tunes. It's time to go home. It is, you've got what you need, Bill. And Bill's just looking with glazed eyes. I gotta find Touch Tunes. And we're gonna go our NC State, Will Wade are gonna go one way. Kansas is gonna go the other. He's gonna end up finding his Touch Tunes,
And
and he's probably gonna lose some people in the process.
JK, and Melvin Council have exited the bar. Like, yeah, like, all right, Bill, we'll see you back at the Airbnb. Like, keep me posted. Like, we'll make sure you get home safe.
Yep, exactly. Let's see what happens with PJ. We'll continue to cover this recruitment. I'm sure Trey Holloman can't wait for the outcome.